Start with obviously you guys are scrimmaging. You're about a week or two with the new offense, the quarterback battle. I guess what have you kind of seen so far? What's going well, and what do you guys learn from the scrimmage?
Well, right now I'm seeing that we are coming together a lot as a team, both on defense and offense. During the game, we didn't have any healthy running backs. We only had one, so some of the wide receivers stepped up and started playing running back and kind of helped the team out. So, like Coach O, and our motto is like one team, one heartbeat. We're actually building that DNA here right now, so it's cool to see.
Hi, Ron and Lafayette. I just wanted to ask you about Tayshawn Boutte. I know it's a different position group, but just tell me about his work ethic. What does he do to stand out as a wide receiver in practice and keep working hard?
I mean, seeing him, from what I've seen in practice, I mean, he's been one of the most consistent wide receivers we've had. He hasn't dropped nearly as many balls as some of the younger guys that I've seen, and so I've seen. I guess he's more consistent than a lot of the wide receivers we have right now. So he's kind of leading the group.
Hey, second week, what are the things that you feel like have changed after the first week? Have y'all started to implement more of this offense as you've gone in, or how advanced are y'all starting to get?
Now we pretty much been staying the same with all the plays we've been running. We've been just trying to get more repetitions at each one of the plays and trying to get more comfortable with ID and everything, and getting comfortable with different quarterbacks in different situations and stuff like that. So we haven't really implemented anything new. So
Mike.
Ed, talk about the average age of this offensive line that's returned for LSU. You guys this year, is it lost on y'all? Such a veteran group, and also talk about freshman Garrett Dellinger. What are your thoughts on him and how he's coming along, and where do you see his natural position on that offensive line in the future?
well, this offensive line that's coming back, we have a lot of old guys, as you can tell. So you're gonna see a lot of SEC graduate patches next year. So I think probably the youngest dude on the offensive line is probably going to be at least 21. And so I'm 22 myself, and our oldest is going to be probably Liam, which is probably, I think right now he's 23, so he might end up being 24 by the time of the season. And right now I've seen a lot of good things out of Garrett. He's been doing this thing. He's been doing well blocking some of our older defensive linemen we have. Uh, he still has a lot to work on. I mean, he's still young, but I can see a lot of great things come for him in the future.
Hey, Ed, if you could go back with me a little bit here, the Florida game last year, that kind of appeared to be a point where this thing could go in two different directions, right? I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
guys could have totally tanked, or you could have turned things around. There's a lot of negativity swirling and whatnot. Talk to me about that day, and then Max Johnson, stepping in on that day and doing what he did to move you guys to where you are right now.
I mean, that day we treated it like it was no other game. We knew we had the opportunity to take out one of the top teams in the country and had the potential to take him out of the running for the Natty. And so, I mean, we ultimately all came to perform. We performed on both sides. We didn't let our record and what people were saying about us determine how we was going to play. And so we all played to the highest standard. And Max, he did his thing. He showed up. He showed us what he can do, and he pulled through for the team.
Yeah, Ogeron was telling us yesterday that he said this week about challenging you guys to have five-man protection to be able to so that you guys can spread things out. Whenever you're in five-man protection from last year, all your experience, what are the ultimate things that y'all need to succeed at in order to achieve that, and things that you're working on this spring?
So last year we had during our 5-man protections we had like a lot of miscommunications with us and the quarterbacks. So we always had one person running free, which wasn't good. So this year we're making an emphasis on communicating better and improving all our techniques so that we don't get beat and leave one extra person running towards the quarterback.
When you say communication, like is it pre-snap kind of stuff? I mean, What was kind of the
Yeah,
pickup?
it's pre-snap, kind of like IDing the pressure, where the pressure is coming from, with the center and the quarterback, because we all see different stuff. The center, we have basic rules to give our protection, but then the quarterbacks they're standing up so they can see more, so they can see if safeties in rotation and stuff like that.
And I mean, I guess in the spring, I mean, have you been seeing that from these quarterbacks? They're more aware of what they're seeing.
Yeah, so a lot of the younger quarterbacks that had problems with it last year, they starting to ID it now in practice, which is good because the more they see it, the easier it's going to get for them in the game. So I'm proud. I mean, I'm glad that we're doing that right now.
Rudy, would you ask me?
I don't know how much you've directly gone against him yet, but I mean, it sounds like, that Ojohn's really happy with Mason Smith so far. I mean, what have you seen from him, and just put into context being an early enrollee kid and what you've seen from him?
Man, Mason, that kid is a dog. I can already see it now. When he's out there playing, you can just see how mean and nasty he is. I mean, this dude, he's a hard player. I mean, I've gone against him a couple times, so he gave me a couple problems. He's a good pass rusher. He rushes with intent, so he has a lot of stuff to learn. But right now, he's doing pretty good. He's holding his own.